Hello, hello. We're talking about liver today. So those of you who have been following me, you'll know that I have been talking about all the different points that we use in tapping, emotional freedom technique, faster EFT, whatever you're using. We tap on certain points of the body. And I have been talking to you about each individual point. Good morning, Stephen. And as to what they do on a physical level, how they affect our emotions when they're not in flow and when they are in flow. And liver is the topic for today. So liver, as we know, is our biggest organ in the body. Now, the Chinese love to, hello Willow, the Chinese call the liver the general. It's the chief of staff, okay? And the liver is really responsible for filtering, detoxifying, nourishing and filtering our blood. Now this is the yin, remember we've talked about the yin and the yang organs. This is the yin organ, so it's the one that's working all the time, to the gallbladder. It's in the wood element. Now liver is at its strongest point between 1 and 3 a.m. Okay? Make sure I've got that right. Yeah, it's 1 and 3 a.m. No, it's 11. I can't get it right, Fiona. It is 1 and 3 a.m. And the gallbladder, it's strongest at, where are we? 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. So if between this time, 11 p.m., into 3 a.m., where am I going? Am I talking nonsense here? 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. If you are not in your deepest sleep at that time, this is when you're going to miss out on a lot of the physical things that the liver is doing, which is nourishing the blood, detoxifying. So this is why sometimes when you wake up, you're feeling like, ugh, if you've been awake during this time. It is pub kicking out time, absolutely. So really important, get yourselves into bed by 11 p.m. at night and make sure you fully sleep until 3 a.m. because the liver then has a chance to actually do its work, because this is when it's at its strongest and it's nourishing the body with the blood. So can you understand? It's fascinating when you get to know a little bit more about all these points. Now, if you are awake at that time, then obviously all your different organs and different aspects of your body, you are not going to get the nourishment that it needs. It will not nourish the blood in the way that it needs to. Now, when we talk about the physical things that the liver is connected to, I'll tell you, it starts actually right down on the big toe, on the inner part of the nail, comes all the way up, and it finishes just below the nipple on the ribs. Okay, so just here. And the emotions that we have connected to liver are anger, rage, wrath, frustration, resentfulness, all these really strong, powerful emotions. And sometimes we do get a bit like that. And those are the emotions that come up when the liver is out of flow. It's out of balance. Okay. Now the liver physically is connected to the eyes. It also controls the tendons, and it manifests into the nails. So you can check to see if your nails are pink and healthy, then you know your liver is also working really well, because that's a good reflection of the chi from the liver. Now, I love this because the liver also houses the Hun, H-U-N. The Hun is known in Chinese medicine as the spiritual consciousness. It's like the soul. And so when this is all in flow, this is when we're loving life, when we're manifesting all the passions and the desires that we want, instead of being angry and raging and wrath and all those really, those feelings that come from inside that are like, ugh. So, 2 points I want to give you about. Black and oily at the moment. You are funny, Stephen. So 2 points I want you to actually notice about this. Of course you can, Willow, please do. 2 points I want you to know about the liver. Liver, obviously, we've talked about detoxifying. So if your body is toxic, you may be getting headaches. So liver is another point that's really, really good to use for your headaches. Now, it's on the foot though. So it's liver 3. Now liver 3, I don't know if I've got trousers on today so I can show you. Now liver 3 is this point here. And you will notice it. So just slide down from in between that gap between the big toe and the first toe. And you will notice there's a sort of little indentation, and it will probably be quite sore, particularly if you are somebody who is feeling angry, if you're getting headaches, if you feel that you're a bit out of balance, maybe your sleep is not good between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., it may well have an effect of this. So massage that point, but just be a little bit gentle with yourselves, because it can be like a red hot poker. But the more you do that, the more you're going to bring that back into balance, and you'll just feel a difference. So notice how you feel as you're massaging that. And the good thing about the acupressure points is you can either hold into them if they're really sharp and painful. Sometimes it's much easier just to hold them for 5 seconds, release, and then go back in. Do that for about 5 times, go away, come back and do it again. And this is when they work really well. If not, you can massage them for 5 seconds, release again, do it a few more times, and then come back into them again. So liver is it's one of the longer sort of halfway, isn't it? So it's not the longest meridian. Bladder is longer, and gallbladder is also longer. So really important. So remember the emotions. Liver is rage, wrath, frustration. Really those. Now I don't always use this point in the tapping. Because the faster EFT points don't normally include this point. And the point, literally, we use this one under here, which is the end point of the meridian. But I do use it if I find a client is really angry about something. If I'm really angry about something, I will tap this point. And if you tap your hand just over the whole of that area, you're going to get it. And the other time that actually, this reminds me of a story of somebody I had in a workshop quite a few years ago now, and the only point she wanted to tap was this point, because she was so angry. I had no idea what she was angry about. I had no idea what was going on for her, but this is the only point she tapped. And she said she tapped it for a few weeks, literally just this point, until she was bruised on here, and then the anger just went, and she felt completely different. Yeah, not quite belly though, it's more ribs, Stephen. It's on your ribs here. So under the nipple, right onto the ribs. And for some reason, most tappers don't use this point. I don't know if it's because it's under the nipples, whatever. But actually, it's a really, really powerful point. And liver 3, brilliant point. Also, even if you don't have headaches, that is a very strong, in fact, they've got a name for that. It's called rushing. It's called great rushing. I love these names that the Chinese give these things. So it's called great rushing. Brilliant for headaches, but also just think about when you're feeling out of flow and your liver meridian is all over the place, you're not sleeping between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., then just by massaging this point, this is also going to help with the flow and allowing the body to detoxify itself when it is in between those times, when it's at its strongest time, okay? So that's where I'm going to leave you with the liver. I don't think I've got, and there's so much. If you want to read more, I mean, I'm giving you a little synopsis of each of these meridians every day, because there is so much about them. I will leave you with a couple of questions that you may want to think about. We're talking about liver, so we're talking about detoxifying, really. So is there something that you need to detoxify in your life? Ask yourself that question. And if so, what nourishment do you need to bring more nourishment into your life, whether that's on a mental level, spiritual, emotional, physical, whichever way it is? Oh, right, on TENS machines are brilliant, yeah. That's a really good idea, yeah. Really good idea, Stephen, yeah. So liver, detoxification, nourishment, it's coming back into the self-love. When we're in balance, the emotions that we feel, we're just easy. We're easygoing, more flexible. Things just flow. There's more love in our life. So just think of the opposite emotions from the hate. But this is more, gallbladder is also, because don't forget we've got yin and yang here, liver being the yin, gallbladder yang. They are both working on those same emotions of anger. But liver is even that deeper. It's that wrath. That's that real deep depth of anger that we get in there, inside ourselves, and it's like, ugh. So, do you need more nourishment in your life? Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Tomorrow, I am going to talk. Actually, tomorrow might be a bit difficult because I'm at a conference tomorrow. I will see if I can reach you tomorrow. If not, it's going to be Sunday or Monday. But the next point we're going to talk about is this point here. Central meridian starts at pubic bone, comes up into the chin. Another interesting one. So we are about, I'm not sure how many we've done, to be honest. Halfway around the meridians, there's 14 of them all together. I think I've done about 7, maybe 8. So if you're still interested in looking at what we've talked about and all the other meridians, then please, I've hashtagged them. Resto. No, not quite. I've hashtagged tapping points. We've done gallbladder, we've done bladder, we've done GV20, we've done heart and small intestine, we have done stomach, and we've done kidney. So just look for the hashtag tapping points of those names of the meridians and you'll find them. The last thing I'm going to say, if you want to know more about what I'm doing, because I am the Zenergizer, I have got a stack of skills and techniques in my Zenergy kit that I share with you, because we're all our own healers. And can you see how you can heal yourself? Once you know what points to use, you've got every little power within your fingertips to do exactly that. You are your own healer. I'm just showing you different ways of doing this. I do have my 7 steps to finding your Zen zone starting a week on Monday on the 22nd. If you would like to come and join us, it's a free 7-day experience. I don't call it a challenge. I like to call it as a journey and an experience of how you can get away from feeling angry and you can feel more calm within yourself, that you know that you can be in that Zenergy place all the time. Come and join us. You just need to Google, and I'll put the link above this video, will be above the video, the Zen Zone, and join us. Okay, what have you got to lose? Have a fabulous day wherever you are. Bye for now.